All right, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Welcome to another episode of What Did I Miss with Dennis Styles. On this show, I'll be covering all the stuff not on my main YouTube channel at DS2 Smooth, from movie and gaming reviews to movie and gaming news to comic books, anime, manga, and honestly anything else I feel like yapping about. All right, smooth intro. That is great. Honestly, that is great, 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 great. I didn't. Yeah, let's just like jump right into the. I don't know. I was gonna like say something anecdotal. Is that a right word? Anecdotal like intro, but I don't. Let's just jump into it. This week we have some troubling AI news, and the harm it continues to do. Just like in the industry and in the creative industry, and we'll get into it. We'll get into it. And on the movie side of things, we have some more Fantastic Four updates from the Thing, the character itself being motion capture or practical question mark. And then we have some potential banger DC animated stuff. I really want to get into. I really want to get into. And I think they found a director for the live action Naruto movie, which we'll be getting into. And on the gaming side of things, we have OG Star Wars Battlefront, a collection coming back to, I guess, the current gen consoles, which is very, very exciting. And the main topic for this week is I just been on a crazy X-Men binge because I'm watching the original 90s X-Men show, animated show for the revival series that's coming up. And so we're just going to be talking about the best and worst mutant abilities, mutant powers. So yeah, that should be fun. And then next week we got Dune 2. So a review is coming. I think I was talking about, like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, next week is going to be a review. I just 2 weeks in a row has been topic episodes, but yeah, I promise I still review things. There will be time codes below, so feel free to jump to any part of the podcast you want to, any specific piece of news, to the main topic, or whatever the case. Whatever the case, do your Dougie, man. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what did I miss last week? So I was talking about the Superman Legacy, like, drama, and I said Twitter overreacted, which they did. They definitely like jumped the gun. But then I was really, I don't remember. I don't think I did, but I didn't really specify that, like, oh, let me, I guess, give a, if you didn't listen to the episode last week, a backstory to the Superman Legacy drama. So there was some Basim Yusuf, I think is his name. I hope I remember that correctly. But he was like reportedly let go from his position in James Gunn Superman Legacy, and it was just really odd timing with lined up with the stuff that was happening in Palestine, and he thought it was him speaking out against Israel that got him let go, but it was really like a script change, and it was just bad communication and bad timing. But like Twitter like really like took it like just for a fact, and that was the, like, the bad side of it was the case, that he was let go because of his stance. But yeah, and then they cleared everything up. But I said like Twitter jumped the gun, which they did. They did take it like way too far. But also in reality, stuff like that has been happening in the industry. Actress. I think I'm blanking on her name, but someone from Scream, the Scream franchise. She was let go for her, for supporting Palestine and stuff like that. So it was like it was an overreaction, but it was like warranted to be suspicious of it. But Twitter's just jumped to one side or the other. But there was just clearly, if you read between the lines, that like that was clearly not the case, because there's been multiple actors that do support Palestine that are still in like involved in with the movie and stuff, and so yeah. And then the other way around, which is, yeah. Oh, and then last week I was talking about Spider-Man 4, and that Tom Roth Tom Roth and Sony wanted the next Spider-Man 4 movie to be multiversal, and Kevin Feige and Tom Holland, aka Peter Parker, wanted to be a street level vibe. and I didn't specify who Tom Roth was because I've been like saying Sony and Sony, but it's like, well, even in speaking with the Madam Web stuff, like, oh, Sony fucked up. The Sony, like, you can blame it on Sony, but who specifically, brother? Who specifically is making these dumb decisions? Tom Roth. I think Tim Roth. I think that's his name. Hopefully, I didn't misspell it. Tom Rothman. Okay. Is chairman of CEO, Sony Pictures Entertainment Motion Picture Group. So, okay, I think this is the man. Tom Rothman is a chairman and CEO of Sony Pictures Entertainment Motion Group. In that role, Rothman oversees the studio's motion picture business worldwide, including that of Columbia Pictures, TriStar Pictures, Screen Gems, Sony Pictures Animation, Sony Pictures Imageworks, Sony Pictures International Productions, Affirm Films, and Sony Picture Classics. So it seems like, yeah, he has a lot of power. So this might be the bonehead making these fucking dumbass decisions. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to put it all on him, but he's a fucking CEO of a billion-dollar company, so yeah, it's not really too much sympathy going over there. But yeah, so he might be the man in charge making these bonehead decisions, I think. And then I was talking about a bunch of trailers last week, and I missed the Kong trailer, Kong versus Godzilla trailer. I didn't talk about it because I wasn't trying to watch it, because I'm gonna see the movie. Like, for me, when it comes to trailers, like, I just gotta see the first one, or sometimes not even at all. Like, I know I'm gonna see the movie, so it's just like, what is the point of watching continuous trailers, like giving me more scenes that, like, you're just spoiling the movie for yourself at that point. Like, you're gonna watch it. So, but I wasn't going to watch this trailer, but there was just a lot of cool stuff in it apparently, and just people talking about it on the timeline and whatnot. I I don't know, but I was gonna like talk about it, but it was just what was some cool shit I saw. There was like multiple Godzillas, that was cool. Kong, like, someone threw a building at fucking King Kong, or not someone, a giant orangutan gorilla threw a building at King Kong, and he punched it with a electric glove type shit. That was cool as shit. And yeah, it's just gonna be dumb fun. And that's I mentioned this before, but that's what I really like about the MonsterVerse and, like, Godzilla. I'll get into it because I have some Garth Edwards news, and I'm pretty sure he worked on Godzilla 2014. That was the start of all of this Kong and Godzilla stuff. But you get stuff like Shin Godzilla. You get stuff like what was the last one? -1. And then you get Dumb Fun. I'm sorry if you hear typing in the background, my fault. But you get Dumb Fun, like Kong. What is this? King Kong King Kong X Godzilla New Empire or some shit. I don't know. Wait, is that the Planet of the Apes? No, that's like Kingdom something. I don't know. There's a lot of monkeys in movies right now. All right, let's get to some actual news, bro. Yeah, I really trimmed the fat out this news cycle. I'm really trying to work and actually I keep saying this, bro, but I really like actual shit. It's stuff. All right, so there's like a tier level into shit I'm interested in. I guess I'm going to another yap rant. Like, there's shit like I'm interested in. There's shit like that I'm interested in. If that makes sense. Anyways, let's get to the news. The first piece of news is Eben Moss back. I don't know. I gotta watch like an interview or something. So hear someone pronounce his last name, but Backrash. He's cousin in the Bear, Richie, and he got cast as the Thing in the Fantastic Four, which is the Fantastic Four, which is probably, I would say, at least just for me, the most foolproof casting that I'm like 100%, like, I'm on board, like that's a go. But he says that the Thing, like, suit, the character itself will be motion capture and not a suit, so not like practical like we got with the 2004. Wait, when did that movie come out? Oh, it was the one with Chris Evans and stuff. That suit was practical, which it looked really good, honestly. And then the next outing of the Thing was the 2014 Michael B. Jordan one, with that was what's it called, motion capture. And so look, you can make this look good either way. It's you can make it look bad either way. You can make it look bad with like shitty, practical effects, which I don't think they would do if they were going to go the practical route. I think you can get a really good thing, practical suit. But if you want to like get like comic accuracy, like the Juggernaut. Oh, this is another good example. The Colossus in Deadpool. He looks so fucking good. Motion capture, and you could probably argue, okay, it's in that budget is smaller, so you could kind of argue like it's not 100% like CGI proof, but the model itself is so fucking good. It's straight out of the comic books. And in comparing to the original X-Men movies that did Colossal practically, like you can get, it looks good, like the shine and stuff, but like proportion size, like you're not gonna get that comic accurate like build with practical. And you can for sure, because like, but it's just, it's the effort they want to put into it, and it's keep it a $150 with you. It's like, their Marvel's not putting that type of effort in no more. At least like in individual projects you get, like James Gunn's like Guardians and not fucking James Gunn glaze, but like he like makes an emphasis on trying to get practical sets, trying to get practical costumes. They literally set a record for the most practical like effects, like makeup and shit used. I don't quote, they set a record for something, but they use a lot, and like that's the point of that point. But I just don't think that like as a whole, like Marvel's putting in that type of dedication. But then I say that to say this, but we just got we got Beast in the Marvel, sorry, spoilers, he's a post-credit scene, and he looked fucking great. And again, that's another good example. X-Men, the original movies, he was practical in that, which looked great. And then you get him motion capture in the Marvels, which looked great as well. But again, it's just like the Beast looked great practical in those movies in its own way, like in a realistic way. The Beast in the Marvel, or I keep saying the Beast, but Beast in Marvels, in the Marvels, he looks comic accurate, like proportion size. He looked like he can get shifty, like the Beast is like super agile and shit. Like you can do that with the practical version, but it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't like look super fitting. And they don't even do a lot of acrobatic shit in with him, like, anyway. I'm not saying that he never does. There's like a couple, but like Beast he gets shifty, you feel me? And so the Marvel's Beast, I can see him getting shifty like that. And so it's like I would want them to go motion capture if they do it correctly, and that's like if like you could say the same with practical. I would want them to go that way if they do it correctly, but I really want them to go motion capture, because I feel like that's where all their, and then you can speak to the recent CGI now. Yes, of course, it's been pretty shoddy, but then if you look at the great models, like when Hulk, like Smart Hulk and Endgame and stuff, and sorry, he looks super, super good and detailed. Thanos, like when they're on their game, when they're on their A game, they're on their A game. So I think they can really deliver something great with motion capture, the thing, which would be really fun to see, honestly. So what I've been thinking about with the thing, are they just gonna go? They can't just go with his regular voice, right? Eben Moss. They got to do like a little modulator like type to probably make it more like gravelly, I guess. I just really want to hear what his version of the Thing's voice is gonna be. Hold on, I gotta blow my nizzos. But still, with some Fantastic Four news, Marvel Studios. That last motion capture practical The Thing character shit. That was from Eben Moss. I think he was talking on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Yeah. So, but the next piece of Marvel news is from Daniel Richmond. So take this with a grain of salt. Marvel Studios is reportedly interested in casting a comedian for the role of Herbie in the Fantastic Four. So if you don't know who Herbie is, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I barely know. I know who he is, but not like that. But it's basically a little drone that the Fantastic Four have. I think actually, no, I got this little piece of news from the Weekly Planet. Mason, he mentioned it probably like fairly recently, but what's it called? So Herbie, he was the replacement for the Human Torch in an old cartoon, because it didn't have like it was a rumor that I was gonna say it was because they didn't want little kids to like see the Human Torch and try to set themselves on fire and be like the Human Torch, but I think that was just a rumor. But yeah, he was just like a replacement for the Human Torch. I don't know why he wasn't in there. Maybe a rights issue. I don't know. But Herbie, Fantastic Four, because Herbie is an acronym. So what does Herbie stand for? Okay, here it is. Humanoid experimental robot B-type integrated electronics. What? Or Herbie is an analog computer with artificial intelligence who assists the Fantastic Four while they go on adventures, warns them of impending danger, and babysits their children when needed. Oh, that's another thing I didn't even really consider. I mean, they weren't in the casting call like reveal, but are they gonna do Franklin Richards, and don't they have a daughter? I'm not sure, but Franklin Richards is like super OP, I'm pretty sure. But are they gonna go that route, or what's the dealio with that? But with Herbie though, back to Herbie, they're looking to cast a comedian. I saw a funny tweet on Twitter that said to get Cat Williams, and I was just like thinking about it like since I saw that tweet, and that might actually be funny as fuck. And I'm not even saying just like have him just Cat Williams just be Cat Williams and just like ham it up type shit, but like genuinely like some I don't know. I feel like that would be funny as hell. I saw like a funny one of Kevin Hart. That would be stupid as shit. But yeah, what comedian? I saw some like Bill Hader. Some hold on. Is that his name? Did I just combine two names? Oh yeah, no, that is his name. He was like in Barry and stuff. I feel like he would be fun. I saw some what they say, Jack Quaid from The Boys, Huey. What's that one guy's name? He's like orange hair ginger. What's his name? He was in The Mandalorian, brother. He's obviously in other things. He's I don't even know his name. Keep it a buck with you. But yeah, I feel like getting a comedian for that role. And I don't know how, is Herbie like the pesky, like annoying type, or what is he? Or is he like actually like helpful and clutch type shit? Or both? I don't know. But they have Eric still on some Fantastic Four news. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. Eric Pearson, Thor Ragnarok Black Widow, is polishing the script for the Fantastic Four. Filming begins this summer. So, what was his name? I literally just said it. Eric Pearson. Is that all he's done? Okay, so the script for American Screenwriter. Okay, let's see movies. Oh god. So it says The Dancing Pumpkin, and it says something. Godzilla vs. Kong, Thor Ragnarok, Black Widow, Agent Carter, Thunderbolts, Item 47, Marvel One Shot. Yeah. So this can really go either way. I mean, Thor Ragnarok, I'm like really trying to think of like the script. Like, it says he's polishing it though. What does that mean when you polish up a script? Is it like cleaning up dialogue? Is it like, I don't know. That's really the only thing. Cause I was gonna say like restructuring like events. No, that would be way more than polishing. I don't know. If it's maybe it's like cleaning up dialogue. If we're going like that, I like the dialogue and shit in like what's it called? What am I trying to think of? Oh, yeah. If we're going like off the dialogue and like banter back and forth and shit, Thor Ragnarok really like the banter in that, and especially really in Black Widow. Like say what you will with the overall story, but I really like the interactions with Red Guardian and like Black Widow and her family and stuff. That was always fun. Yeah. So if that's the case, because I was really gonna say like this is like maybe worrisome, but no. If we're going that route, because like what else would you be polishing though? That's like really the only thing that comes to mind. There's probably other stuff to be honest, and that I'm just not thinking of. But yeah, actually that could be some good news. I'm just like really excited for the developments, if you can tell, the developments of this Fantastic Four movie, because I really fuck with them tough. Even though like I'm really trying to find I'll get into it later, but I'm really trying to find some Fantastic Four comics to get into and get into some Doctor Doom stuff. So this is from Daniel Richmond, so take this with a grain of salt. So I think I said last week, or maybe not, I didn't include it, but Mahershala Ali is not leaving Marvel Studios Blade despite rumors. I think I said there's like some rumors that were, that would suck if he did leave Blade, but they say Michael Green, and I think we knew this already. Michael Green, he wrote Blade Runner 2049, is rewriting the script, and the movie's still rated R. I got to get to Blade Runner 2049, but a lot of people like it, but I want to watch the original Blade Runner first, and then I'm gonna get to that. Those just on my backlog, but I just, again, along with Fantastic Four, I just hope Blade really turns out to be some fire, bro, and just not no bullshit, bro, and not just like, not even no bullshit, but not even no like average shit. Like, I feel like with Marvel, you can get your like standard Marvel movie and like have the standard feel, and that will still be good. And obviously, you can get like the bad version of that too. But it's still in that Marvel like that feel type shit, and that's great. But then you also get like these like gems that like don't feel like Marvel stuff, and like, what am I trying to say? Because like at the end of the day, it does still feel like Marvel MCU stuff, but you just get these highlighted gems, bro, that just are really some bangers. For me though, that would be like, maybe that was the wrong point. No cap. Okay, I just don't want it to be average Marvel stuff. I want it to be above that, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because I brought that up. Okay, maybe I'm saying like, even looks wise though, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 like looks different than other Marvel movies. Like, it doesn't feel like it's shot with the same cameras necessarily. Maybe that has to do with like aspect ratio and whatnot, but it just has a distinct feel to it. And even something like the Eternals, like, say what you will about that, but like, it does not feel like a Marvel movie. And if that movie was like better, that would be a top tier Marvel movie, no cap. If it was just like a little bit just more cohesive and and shit like that. But you get these like these projects that have their own unique like flair into them, and that really have like their own distinct style. And I really think like Homecoming, like really falls into that category. It does have like the overall MCU feel, but you just get these pockets of like flair, just these saucy ass moments. But yeah, I just really hope these two movies are elevated above the typical Marvel schlock, or MCU schlock, or Marvel, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not gonna include this piece of news. Nothing that's not super concrete. Yeah, I don't really care about this one either. No cap. See, bro, I'm really trying to clean up the news. No cap, man. All right, so Kevin Feige says the MCU avoided using Doc Ock and Green Goblin before Spider-Man No Way Home because they didn't think they could do better than Alfred Molina and William Dafoe. Okay, so this piece of news, I included it because, bro, this is so ass. It's just like, bro, you're limiting the Spider-Man mythos and potential of his stories because you had some fire performances 20 years ago. It's like, when you have this mindset with type of things, and like, that's what I hope doesn't bleed into like the DCU and stuff. It's just like, especially with the Batman and the two Batman universes going on, like, one, like, I just don't want them to, I'm gonna give it back to Marvel, but I just don't want them to fall into the trap of, okay, so for instance, Matt Reeves' Batman, the Batman universe, like with this Penguin show coming out, he was developing a show in the Batman universe about Arkham Asylum. It was gonna have like a bunch of Batman villains, but then that eventually got retooled to be a part of the DCU. So James Gunn's, this is like, I'm like rubbing my head because like, even for me, this is like a lot. So like, to outside people, this might sound like fucking nonsense, but the James Gunn has a Batman movie that he's developing, but so that Arkham series that Matt Reeves was doing, he was still gonna work on it, but then it's gonna be for this other Batman universe. And so it's just like, I don't want them to like block off ideas just because, like, I mean, to keep it a stack with you, I do think there's there's space for multiple Superman, Batman projects, whatever the case is going on at once, but they just need to be distinctly different from each other. And I'm not talking about like, oh, one is more like grounded in realism and like the other's more like, comic booky, like the way it moves and whatnot. But I mean like other Batman takes, I mean that is a take, but I'm just saying like even still, I feel like there's, and we haven't even seen like this Batman, this newer Brave and the Bold Batman at all. But I don't know, it just feels like they're too close still. But I guess as it remains to be seen. But it just like, for instance, like if we have a Superman Legacy, I don't think there should be like you would have to do like something Superman Red Sun, like something that's just the polar opposite. But I don't know. I could just be yapping, and it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna be fine regardless. But again, just with this the back to the Marvel stuff, like no Green Goblin or Doc Ock. Is that why Harry Osborn isn't in the universe? Like, is that why we haven't like? Is that gonna limit stuff going forward? Are we not gonna see a Sandman? Are we not gonna see a Eddie Brock? Or oh, we have Eddie, right? But he's not like Eddie. Yeah, I just feel like this type of mindset is just super limiting, and hopefully it just sticks to these two characters, and they're not just like, are we not going to see Electro? Are we not going to? He specifies better than these great performances, but does this mindset bleed into other stuff that was already done? What overlap have we gotten in the MCU Spider-Man that has like already been done? Or I feel like they just been staying clear of anything that has been touched already, because we don't have like they weren't even barely doing J. Jonah until the end of Far From Home, right? So it's just like, and then you have the whole Uncle Ben stuff, like they're steering clear of all of that. It's just I'm really trying to think of some overlap right now. There probably is. It's like I'm not really seeing it. Like Eddie Brock is but it's like you change that completely, so it's really not even the same Eddie type deal. Yeah, brother, I'm not seeing really any overlap. So hopefully that is not a mindset going forward, especially into Spider-Man 4. Okay, so next piece of news, Marvel Studios is reportedly still searching for characters and actors who can carry its universe forward after the exits of Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. So yeah, we can clearly feel that, buddy. It's just I'm making a video on this because the decisions, even despite like the delays in the pandemic and the writer's strike and everything like that, even despite all that, and I'm not saying it doesn't play a factor, but the structure of this MCU, nothing is connected. Nothing, like instead of post Endgame, like why aren't you, oh my god, why aren't you like focusing on like Doctor Strange post Endgame, and I'm gonna get to it, but I said Doctor Strange like 5 times. Doctor Strange, like Captain Marvel, Shuri, who else? The new Captain America. Why aren't we boosting them up? Like, why is the new Captain America becoming Captain America in a fucking show? Why wasn't that a movie? And it's like, you have these multiple different like things you're trying to build up, and it's just not coming together the way, like, we're pretty close to Avengers, like Secret Wars and everything, unless they push those back and they try to slot more movies in to like, make this more cohesive. Like we're coming up pretty close on that, and we're still not really, no one's a central figure. No one's really like taking charge of the phase. Like you say people are, you say you have these big guys going forward. Like you say Captain America's in the universe. You say Doctor Strange is doing whatever's in the universe. You say, yada, 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 but like you're not showing any of that. And it's felt. It's very, very felt. And it's just like, why aren't you focusing on these other characters? Why aren't you having multiple, like, simple, small interactions with these other characters and whatnot? And it just doesn't make sense in my opinion. Like I said, like despite all the delays and all the, all the stuff like setting this back, it's like the what's it called? I said structure, but like the lineup is that's the same thing. But like the lineup and the way what movies coming out and what shows coming out, like these things aren't really connected at all. Like some are, like you get, you know, it's like what is connected doesn't even matter anyway. Like you have Doctor Strange doing some crazy fucking multiversal shit, almost cracking open the space-time continuum and shit in No Way Home, and that's like really barely fucking addressed in, like barely offhandedly addressed in his multiverse of madness that literally deals with the multiverse. Like you're dealing with Wanda shit and American Chavez, and I'm not even saying that could even be reworked, but you're not even going off of the events that just happened. You get like, the end credit scenes, like incursions happen, and like it's so loosely linked, and it's like the lineup and the way that each project feeds into each other does not make sense, and it's not as good as the previous phase. But yeah, I guess that was my rant. I think I'm gonna make that into a video, a little clip or something. But yeah, what's oh shit. But yeah, it's very felt that we don't have like a main leader. And it's dumb because you have the people right there. You literally have Doctor Strange right there. You literally have Captain America, Sam Wilson right there. You literally have Captain Marvel right there. You literally have Shuri right there. It's like you have these people right in front of your faces and you're not even utilizing them properly. And then also, I didn't even bring up Spider-Man because you can't even really I hope they're not thinking, and it seems like they are thinking this. Hold on, let me just get into it. They should never ever fucking put any of this on Spider-Man and do not build him up into a leader, because they do not have the rights to him. If they build Spider-Man up into a central part of the MCU and a pillar of the MCU, they're just giving Sony all the power and leverage, because they could just be like, okay, we're gonna pull him from the universe and fuck you guys if you don't do this, and this. Like, you cannot make Spider-Man a linchpin. Like, they need it, which sucks to say because he definitely needs to be. Like, he needs to be, but it's like they can't. Like, there's no way around it. I didn't even mention Hulk. Like, bro, Mark Ruffalo is fucking down to do that type of stuff, and like, again, you just need someone with a really strong stylistic vision and artistic vision to really take on these type of projects, because I think Mark Ruffalo, he said like there's never going to be a Hulk movie because he's like a really expensive character. But it's like, bro, if you get someone who you don't even have to do crazy shit, bro. You really don't. And like, but to tell a compelling story, of course, it's the Hulk you want to see some like crazy off the wall shit. But I'm saying for like, you could save that for third act type shit and still tell like a compelling story with, Hulk like in the shot. Like, you do. I'm saying, bro, there's a way to work around this stuff, bro. Like, people have been doing this type of shit for years and telling compelling stories and working around, And of course, and what I'm saying, like, when they had to use the special effects, it was shitty, but like they were still telling compelling stories. But now we have the technology to do, like, tell these stories on the same, like, level or even better, but then have the technology to back it up and like still using it sparingly and whatnot to not balloon out your budget or whatever the case. It's like you just have to get people to try and put in real fucking effort. That's literally all it is. But anyways, Avengers 5 is no longer to be titled Kang Dynasty via the Hollywood Reporter, and Marvel has reportedly been moving away from Kang before Jonathan Majors was fired after Quantumania failed. Yeah, so this article, when I was reading it, yeah, it's been speculations for a while that I think I reported some stuff that they were gonna, not reported, but like, up in the air stuff. And I talked about it, but that they are going to shift away from Kang, and then that they were going to stick with Kang, and some actors were meeting. Maybe they were looking at some potential actors to replace Jonathan Majors. But like I said, Kang is fried, bro. I feel like he could be saved, but they even mentioned in the article how he was introducing Quantumania, which is like a departure from, like, basically they said, paraphrasing, like the low stakes vibe of of the Ant-Man movies. So it's just like, bro, why would you introduce Kang in Quantum Mania, bro? First, I'll get into that. You strip you strip Ant-Man from everything that makes his movies fun. His supporting cast gone. You replace him with fucking a cast that like no one cares about. That are, or at least we don't have the same type of attachment and bond, and like they're not as funny. And you know his guys like Ti and fucking brother that's in the Suicide Squad, David Doshman or something, and Luis, like they're gone, and then you don't do any creative grow perspective, like playing with the size of shit and everything. You don't do anything fun with that really, and then you introduce this fucking global threat, not global, fucking multiversal threat. And like, why is Ant-Man dealing with this when this man in his first movie was pulling off a fucking heist and was riding on fucking flying ants and fighting in helicopters and shit? And the second movie, this man, the big thing is that he's turning the biggest like shit in that he's turning into giant man in a pier. Like, now this man is traveling through the fucking multiverse and fighting interdimensional galactic ruler and some shit. Like, bro, you're doing too much. Scale it back, brother. But it's just like, and then you introduce this big bad, and it would have honestly hit. Like, they could have got this right. But like, why were you introducing this big bad and you're gonna have him lose off his first appearance? But it's not even the fact that he lost, it's just who he lost to, and like how MODOK, that goofy ass version of MODOK, helped. And then he's like getting beat up by ants, and then he's losing a fucking, not even losing, he was getting on Ant-Man's ass, but like he's being outsmarted and losing to fucking Ant-Man. And not saying like he's anything to sniff at, but like, come on, bro. Like, that was just not the right play to do it. And I've seen some shit like Ant-Man was supposed to die or some shit. Like, that would have been, he should have killed Ant-Man or something. It was just not the right way to introduce him. So now if they're moving away from Kang, like if it's not going to be Kang Dynasty, like I really hope they build up Doctor Doom. Like, that is my wish. And have him like not be just an antagonistic figure for the Fantastic Four, but to be the, not even honestly a looming threat, but like a looming threat is the word, but I don't like want him to be like final endgame type shit. He just needs to be like a constant background threat that at any moment, like, he can just come up and fuck some shit up. But like, he's just chilling type shit. Like, he's not like, there's like, he has his own agenda, but it's not like Thanos. He's on a goal and he's about to get the stones and he's about to like fuck up some shit. Like, he is just like a low key player that, like, I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but like, just Marvel just has like a really big problem with just like discarding their villains after like at most like a 3 appearances and some shit. But he just needs to be a constant presence and a constant negative bad vibes. I can fucking come to your city and trash it, like constant presence type shit. Like, he can pay off some super villains to do some shit, like he just needs to be lurking in the back. But I see some really cool ideas with like the Maker. Like, if they bring in the 2014 Mr. Fantastic, that was like the movie that was super bad. Is that movie 2015 or 2014? I don't remember. I think it's 2015. But that could be cool. And they're probably gonna do like some Beyonder stuff. I don't know. But I hope it's not Galactus. But Galactus wouldn't play a part into Secret Wars, I don't think. But yeah, that was all the Marvel news. And this next piece of news, hold on, let's see how much news we got, how much time we've been going for 41. Damn the amount. Well, we have to get into some big AI news. So I'm just gonna blitz this, but I really, really want to talk about this piece of news. So concept art from a pitched Batman Beyond animated film by director Patrick Hartman and PD Huyuki Dimmers from across the Spiderverse pitched a Batman Beyond series in basically the style of the Spiderverse, bro. And this could have been, you need to like there's like 3 pictures floating around, bro. But it's literally Batman Beyond in Spider-Verse. Batman Beyond is that guy, like literally, bro. This has 15 million views. Like when they announced, when discussing film, like reported this, 223K likes and 40K retweets on Twitter, bro. And like people have been clamoring, like ever since this shit popped off, people have been clamoring for this, bro. Like, oh my, and it looks so fire. Just imagine Spider-Verse movies, but Batman Beyond. Beyond is that guy, bro. I don't like know a ton about him in the comics, bro, but he's just sauce. He's like the definition of sauce, bro. Like the all black fucking suit with the just red bat symbol, sauce, bro. He could fly, like he has a cloaking device, like sauce. And he's just like, bro, are Warner Bros scared of money? So basically, they said, before we pitched, they warned us there is absolutely no way we can do a Beyond movie, but they loved our enthusiasm. We pitched the outline, for the entire film, and and what started as a never turned into a maybe. Like, are you scared of money? Like Warner Bros. I just need to slap some sense into you. Are you scared of money? Like, are you afraid of money? You're canceling projects. Is this David Zaz? I'm about to go into too deep rant, because is this David Zaslav? Like, he's canceling projects, but he's not like greenlighting. Oh, I'm melting right now, because this is baffling, bro. You see the success of Spider-Verse, and then you're like, oh wow, we can have our own fucking Spider-Verse as DC, and oh my god, he just has. The Batman Beyond media is just lacking, bro. Like, he has a fire ass cartoon, and you're really not gonna do anything with him after the fact. Like, no, there's a rumor like Batman Beyond game that got canceled. Like, what are you doing? Like, someone needs to pay, bro. Like, I'm in too deep rant. Like, someone needs to answer for these crimes against humanity. Like, I seen a funny ass tweet, was like Kratos, he was yelling, it's like, Ares, you greenlight Batman Beyond and my soul is yours. Like, bro, that's the type of shit I'm on, bro. Like, we need to like all these hackers doing some dumb shit, bro. Like, hack the Warner Bros. Like, do something. Like, I need this movie. I need this movie, bro. Because like, the Spider-Verse movies are legit, like, because it's Spider-Man, but the animation stuff like feeds into that 100%. But like, they're legit some of my favorite movies of all time. And just thinking of a whole Batman Beyond movie, Terry McGinnis, like old Bruce Wayne, like that is like some shit right there. That is some ingredients to cook a fucking feast, bro. And it is, oh my gosh, bro. Like, what are they doing, bro? Like, are they scared? Are they scared of the profit? Are they scared of the bucks? Are they scared of the grind? Like, what is going on over there, bro? I'm losing my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, Jesus, let's move on. Okay, well, wait. But this next piece of news has sparked like some type of hope in me that this Batman Beyond movie can be a thing. So that was like that got canceled or shelved, that idea, under the old regime, like I think the DCU like type of era type shit, like Snyderverse type shit. So, but now like, you know, James Gunn has been wanting to focus on animation with DC as well. And DC has always been like pretty decent in the animation department, like, you know, their shows or movies or whatever. They've been pretty decent, but so that Batman Beyond thing, I feel like if there's enough noise to be made around it, definitely could get on James Gunn's radar. But so there's another animated film that is reportedly in development. So it's called the Jurassic League. So basically, the Justice League, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, all of them, Green Lantern, as dinosaurs. And so that is an animated film reportedly in development at DC with James Gunn producing. So I went and read this comic run. It was really, really good art. It's written by Daniel Warren Johnson. The art is by someone, I forgot. But it's this, so with this type of off the wall shit being greenlit over at like in the DCU, and this is not going to be like connected to DCU, like there's going to be its own like thing. If we're getting weird shit like this, bro, there's a strong possibility we can be getting the Batman Beyond thing. And especially since James Gunn has made a comment like with not even speaking to them about doing stuff in the DCU, but he's talking to Phil Lord and Kristen Miller or something like that. They did the Spider-Verse movies, and so there's connections there. Like there's can be some talkings going on. So like I said, if enough a noise is being made about this Beyond film, there's a really real chance, a possibility it could be greenlit. But especially if they're doing shit like the Jurassic League. So I went and read this run. It's only like six issues, and I mean, it was cool. I guess mini review. My problem with it, again, it's just dumb fun. Like it's fucking the Justice League as dinosaurs. Like you get a fucking T-Rex like Batman. Like it's not gonna meant to be taken seriously. But my thing was that like, again, this is like a nitpick, and it really honestly doesn't matter. But I feel like it was just using the hero characters made sense, kind of, but I feel like it was just using the villain characters just to use him. Like it was like Atrocitus, like he's like a red lantern, like that's fueled by rage, and there's like reverse Flash, like a variant dinosaur variant, and then was Gigantica, Bizarro like variant. There was a Joker variant, and there's like a Dark Side variant. So I feel like they were just kind of like throwing in villains and shit and just making them dinosaur versions, and it really didn't really like make sense. Like why are they like together? And again, it's just dinosaurs like fucking as a Justice League. It doesn't really matter. But it was just like it would have been cool to see like use villains that like made sense. Like if you give like the Joker fucking dinosaur variant, like there's gonna be like Mr. like Freeze like variant or something. Like if what I'm saying is probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but it just didn't like kind of make sense within the universe. It just like felt like characters were popping up to pop up, if that makes sense. Again, but it's just like a super small nitpick. It does not matter at all. Yeah, that was a lot of rant. But so what's interesting about this? What spectrum of animation DC animations is gonna fall on? Is this gonna be something more like DC Super Pets with like Kevin Hart and The Rock like as fucking crypto and whatever, or is this gonna like be more on the level of like Mary, is that what it's called? Mary Little Batman with like it had really distinct art style. It was a really fun movie, honestly. In like the Batman Lego movie, is this gonna be like something that's clearly and like kids like I'm not saying animations for kids, but there is some animation that is obviously for kids, and there's some animation that's for kids but like adults can get some enjoyment out of. So is it going to be like on that more kiddie scale of animation, or is it going to fall somewhere in the middle ground? Is it going to be like, where is that going to fall? Like, is this going to be just dumb? Because that's the point being, because bro, that comic was surprisingly like bloody. Like there was like in like dinosaur like guts and entrails and shit. Like, so it was surprisingly gory that I really wasn't expecting. I mean, not like a whole lot, but like, it was in there. But so is this what spectrum of the DC animation's maturity scale, I guess, is this gonna fall under? But yeah, so like I said though, if they're doing weird shit like that, and for the record, I really like that they're doing stuff like the Jurassic League. We just need more DC like stuff and more ideas floating around, and just really just like kind of pushing them. Not even necessarily like, oh my god, this is some giant risk, but like stuff that's like outside of the box, like not your standard DC stuff. And then DC animation has always done fun stuff like this. Like you get Batman X and Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. And so this is not necessarily anything like out of the park and new and stuff, but I just like that it's continuing to keep the variety going with the DC brand. Yeah, because especially like, Marvel's animation stuff really isn't all the way there, to be honest. And it seems like they're trying to get it up, but yeah. So this is really confusing news. Joker 2 reportedly has a $200 million budget, while the first film only cost $60 million. This is like some bitch, what the fuck? Like, why does the Joker 2 need $200 million when they made some shake with $60 million? I understand, okay, maybe want to increase to $100 million, cool. But $200 million, and it's only seemed like, I think Walking Phoenix is getting like $20 million, and then Lady Gaga's getting like 12 million for their like salaries, and of course, you know, you got other people in the film and whatnot, but like 200 million is this? That's what I'm. It's like is if this is true, this is from Variety. Is this if this is true, bro? This better be reflected in the film, bro. I better see Joker doing some crazy fucking shit, or I better see some crazy fucking special effects. I don't know why Joker, especially the world they were building, why it would need crazy special effects, but we better see some crazy on location shooting or something, bro. This $200 million budget really has to be justified, because like it's like the jump, it doesn't make sense. Like if you could literally keep it low key vibes and shit like you were, and again, increase in budget wouldn't like, okay, what the fuck, like 100 million, 120 million, like more, okay, doubled the budget, cool. They made a fucking billion off the first one, so I get it, bro. Let them get some more, bucks. But it's just like $200 million for Joker seems absurd, bro. Absurd. So this better be reflected heavily. Again, it's like, what the, this is not my bucks. Like, I don't give a shit at the end of the day, but it's just like, bro, that's crazy. So I don't know. This makes me. Was this like filming during the pandemic or something, or what? Like, why is this ballooned so much? But hey, better be reflected in the film, Bucko. But hey, some more Joker news. Barry Cohen will return as the Joker in the Batman Part 2. This is from Vanity Fair. So yeah, he was from Eternals. He did this movie called Saltburn. He's a really good actor though. I fuck with him. But he was in a deleted scene in the Batman movie. He was playing the Joker, and I liked his like vibe and his voice and shit. But I didn't really wasn't 100% sold on the look. He had like this kind of like, I think, skin disease or something. So and you really didn't even see him like that. He was like kind of obscured for the most part. But there was some really like some people like got some high res images of him and like really upscaled them. And I don't know. It remains to be seen, of course. And then also they could change it at any point as well. So it doesn't have to be like that. Like that could have just been, and it was a deleted scene. So like that could be very changed easily. Like so yeah. So Joker, are they gonna, so what are they doing per se? Because you know, you got the Penguin series coming this year, I think, which I'm really excited for. That I feel like that's gonna be really good. I really like what is his name? Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I really enjoy that. I really think he plays a fun performance. But like, so they're dealing with, I think Arkham actually, because the city like flooding. I think the Arkham like gates and something open. Maybe that's some Dark Knight shit. I don't know. But so it's like the Joker free or whatnot. Is he gonna be play a big role? Is he gonna be more of a background character? I mean, I would definitely like to see other villains highlighted, like, you know, whoever they decide to go forth with and stuff. But I definitely want to see the Joker in the mix. He doesn't have to be a main player or anything, but he definitely should be in the mix somewhere. Maybe some cooking up some background shit that's gonna play a part later. But yeah, I definitely think Joker should be in the mixture. So reportedly, this is from Daniel Richmond. Angela Bassett has reportedly met with Lucasfilm for a role in Star Wars and a Star Wars project. Hey. I need to see Angela Bassett in a Star Wars project. She, if you don't know who she is, just for off some nerve shit, she's done way more highly acclaimed stuff. Has she? I mean, not has she, but like, didn't she almost win an Oscar for Black Panther? But anyways, she played T'Challa's mom in the Black Panther movies, and Shuri's mom. I think the name's like Rwanda or something in those movies. I don't know. But she's a really good actress. I like her a lot. In Star Wars, if this is true and she is offered a part in Star Wars, I feel like she could play a really, really good Sith. Like a really good Sith Lord. That would be so fire. I just hope it's not like some fucking, she's like voicing like a robot or something, or she's like an alien covered in a bunch of makeup. Like, I want to see her like as a fucking Sith Lord. That would be fire as fuck. Like, cause I feel like the default you would see like is her, if we are going like as like a wise like Jedi like master or something like that. I don't even know where will this be set. Like if this is in the Rey movie, she probably, yeah. I really want to see her as a bad guy. That would be really fun in my opinion. But yeah, with I just want to see some more new faces and whatnot, some more new ideas in Star Wars. I mentioned the Donald Glover Lando series, which should be really fun. Yeah, so yeah. So The Boys season 4 is reportedly coming back on June 13th. Yes, sir, ski. Yes, sir, ski. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the events of Gen V bleed into this season of The Boys. I won't spoil what happens, but yeah, some stuff definitely goes down in Gen V. That seems like a big stuff for the step for the universe. And so this season 4 of The Boys, I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan is in it. So that's going to be really interesting. I really want to see. I don't even know what character he's playing. So we saw Meta. What is his name? Metal Knight. He was. No, that's not his name, right? We saw him in Gen V. He's the fucking guy who's Tech Knight. What is Metal Knight? Is that a fucking Kirby villain? Um, Tech Knight. We saw him in Gen V. So I hope we get to see more of him in. I mean, he's a fucking scumbag character. It's like, I'm not saying like, oh my god, he's such a good character, but he's pretty funny. I hope we get to see more of him in season 4. My whole thing is, I don't know. I think it was a scheduling thing. I think, but Soldier Boy is not going to be in season 4, but he's going to be in season 5. So I hope that's kind of not going to make the storyline meandering and whatnot, and like he's not integral for the end game of what's being told, which I feel like he kind of is since his role in the universe. Because season 4, I did like it, but it kind of felt like it was like going in circles a little bit, especially the way it ended. Season three. Sorry. Um, yeah. So I felt like it kind of was going in circles a little bit by the end, but I really enjoyed it. Really, a lot. And Soldier Boy became one of my. He's, I think, my favorite character in The Boys. He's. Who the fuck plays him? Who plays him? He plays in Supernatural, but his actor, he just really, that was a really fun performance for me. Yeah, so I just hope this season's not like kind of treading water until, season 5 where Soldier Boy comes back and they decide to wrap it up. And where's the end game with this? Like, because once you kill Homelander, you can definitely make some shake without Homelander, but like that's gonna be a big thing missing from the show. But I feel like there's still some story to be told potentially without. It depends. Like after Homelander dies, like the whole Vought like superhero thing, is that gonna come crashing down, or what's the case with that? So yeah, in my opinion, this show, even though I love it to death, and I'm open to see spinoffs and whatnot, depending like where the universe leaves off and everything, but it needs to wrap up pretty soon. I would say like season 6. We'll see where season 4 ends, but maybe 6 seasons. We'll see. But this is some childhood classic, my boy, is coming back. So a sequel series to Blue Mountain State is in the works, with Alan Ritchson, Darren Brooks, and Chris Romano are all expected to reprise their roles. If you know what Blue Mountain State is, I fuck with you, my boy. I fuck with you tough. Bro, Blue Mountain State, my friend showed me this when I was like in 7th grade. Had to be 7th or 8th grade. I remember I was at his house. It was like spring break. I was at his house for like 3 or 4 days, bro. Me and my friend was over there, and we like binge Blue Mountain State. It's basically, so Alan Richardson, he's like been on fire recently. He plays the Reacher. He's in some movie with Henry Cavill. It's about like the first like espionage like mission or some Secret Service espionage mission or some shit. But yeah, he's just been on fire recently. I think not even like talks, but like he's been said if the role of the Batman were presented to him for the Batman Brave and the Bold movies, he would be open to it. But yeah, I like him a lot. But yeah, this series is like a college football team just getting up to crazy hijinks. Thad, fucking what's his name? Thad is Alan Richardson's character. He's just this over the top football captain. It's just, bro, it's a very, very funny show. Really enjoyable, in my opinion. It's definitely some like not necessarily like potty humor, but like it's wild, bro. You gotta experience it yourself. But it seems like so a sequel series is coming back. So this was via Deadline. I didn't really look too much into it. I did read some like briefly stuff. It said this might most likely will be landing on Amazon, which I feel like the most sense, just because like how R rated it is and stuff. Not like I don't know. But yeah, so this might be landing on Amazon, but it seems like a lot of I didn't really see anything about like the original creators coming back, but I mean I would want to assume so, but can't really always do that. But it seems I assume so. I want to assume so because it seems like the core cast seems to be coming back, which is really fun. So it's like, where is this gonna take place? They're gonna be well after they're not fucking still on the college football team. Are they pro? Like, what's the? I don't even remember how it ended either. So maybe I gotta rewatch that ending. So because I don't know if like did they not like go pro or what was the case and whatnot. But yeah, it's a really fun show. I would definitely recommend it, and especially if it's coming back, you'll want to hop on the train, brother. The hype train, brother. What do we at? What time we at? We're almost done with the news, and we got some gaming stuff to get through, but not too much. Not too much. So a live action Naruto movie is officially in the works with Destin Daniel Cretton set to direct. So I talked about I had some Avatar news that I cut because I wasn't gonna like I'm not gonna watch the show, and it seems to be getting like okay reception a little bit. Yeah, the fans, it's very divided. It's divisive, I should say. But yeah, my whole thing with live action, animated to live action stuff, I typically, for the most part, it's not gonna work for me. Like you're just losing a lot of the magic that was in animation and translating into that, and you're just emulating something else. And I was having this conversation on Twitter, and like someone was trying to say like comic books is the same, like different, or it's the same thing, like, but it's not at all. Like you're taking comic books one with animation, they're most of the time create they're trying to imitate the animation story. With comics, they're literally just picking bits and pieces and make their own narrative. And on top of that, you're bringing to life that, and I'm not saying like comics don't have like, don't convey emotion well, but like they're static images. Like you're bringing to life static images. So that in itself is already, you're transforming the medium. Like live action and animation is already a medium that's in motion. So it's just like, yeah. Anyway, someone just made a stupid ass point. Anyway, on Twitter, and but with Naruto though, and I'm open to see live action, from animation stuff. Like, so for example, something with the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake that's going on, and what made me even more interested interested in it is that they're doing their own thing. They're not trying to copy the animation. They said like one of the actresses said on it, it's like if you want to experience the story in animation or that story, then go watch the animation. Like they're doing their own thing, and then you get stuff with Avatar, like they depicted some stuff that wasn't shown in the show, but then the way they showed it in the show, like they didn't show the whole event. They just showed like something from it, and that was like maybe more impactful than seeing the whole event. So it's just like there's no live action remakes from animation just are all like money fueled, in my opinion. It's just like what is the point? Like why not just do a continuation of the series? Like I don't know. It's all just like yeah. But anyways, I feel like I'm open to see. It depends. So Destin Daniel Cretton, he did the Shang-Chi. He co-wrote and he directed Shang-Chi, which I like a lot. And that is like very good news because the fighting and shit in Shang-Chi are on point. And I don't know if like he would be 100% responsible for that, because I know like they got like Jackie Chan's stunt crew and stuff to work on Shang-Chi. Like that was a pretty big deal. So it's just like Naruto is not gonna. You just have to get the sets and shit right and get the special effects right. That's all you need. I guess that's pretty simple, and I guess you could say that for any anime adaptation, live action adaptation. But it's just like Naruto is very simple in my opinion, especially with the narrative too. But the fighting hand to hand shit has to be on point, bro. It cannot look slow and cannot look sluggish. We need to see the motherfuckers really throwing them things, bro. We need to see real hands thrown. But yeah, with Destin Daniel Cretton like attached to it, and I think I was talking about like a router that was attached to it previously, but yeah, I feel like this is a step in the right direction. But I am interested to see. I'm not gonna say I'm excited, but I'm interested to see how this develops. Um, but we have the trailer, the first trailer for the Borderlands movie. I'm just gonna briefly talk about this. This comes out August 9th, and it was been like very like a lot of rumors that this was just gonna be straight dog shit. And the trailer really, honestly, didn't look half bad. But I feel like it showed everything in the movie. But one thing that was pointed out on Twitter is like, why is everyone so old? Like so you get like Kate Blanchett as Lily, as Lilith, Lilith, I think, or Lily. Um, I'm a fan of Borderlands for the most part. I don't like I'm not 100% of the lore. I think the only one I really fully beat is the first one and the third one. I know I for sure beat the third one, but I beat the first one. I was like super young. I just remember finding the Volt monster. But yeah. But and then you have Kevin Hart as Roland, which is like baffling because like Roland's this fucking like beefed up army character, and then you get four Kevin Hart to play him, and that was like weird. But for the most part though, I think it looks fun at the very least. I should have put this in the gaming news, whatever. At the most part, it looks fun. Like the weapons and shit look fun, and they look like the weapons from the games. But I think okay, and then you have Jack Black as Claptrap. Trap. I think that's really fun. But I think my thing is when they get to handsome Jack like in Borderlands 2. I don't know his full deal, but I really like his charisma and shit. He's super funny and whatnot. And so I feel like that could be translated well too. So I hope this movie does all right. I don't know if I'll exactly see it. It depends. Like if it's I might see this like on like streaming or some shit. Probably not gonna go to movies for it to keep it a buck with you. Unless there's like really nothing else. I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm not like completely turned off from it. Like if there's nothing to review that week and I want to review something, I'll fuck with it. But yeah. So there's been so fuck. What do we at? Do I want to get into this point? Because this might be a very long-winded point. Not gonna lie. It's with AI and like there's this article with Tyler Perry that was like actually like really an interesting read. I was just okay. I'm gonna condense it, bro. AI needs strict regulations for commercial use, and I feel like it's commercial use like for businesses and stuff, and everyday use as well. Not just from like the platforms and stuff, but like government, um, what's it called? Government intervention, bro. Because AI is like too strong. Like the way, and it's not gonna the way it impacts jobs, especially in the creative industry. For instance, very briefly, I get into this. Some points before I get into this Tyler Perry article. Reddit has reportedly signed a 60 million per year deal to sell user content to an AI company to train that AI. Twitter is going to start labeling AI generated images, and that's honestly a good example of two things on the end of the spectrum. You get platform regulation, right, and then you get this other platform literally selling its users' data to train a fucking AI. That's gonna, yeah. So Tyler Perry was developing a $800 million expansion to his studio, which would have generated a lot of jobs and shit in Atlanta, especially in a lot of jobs in the film industry and whatnot. It would have added like 12 sound stages and whatnot. It was a really big expansion, and it would have created like, a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. But he halted that after seeing OpenAI's text to video model Sora. He adds that he just used AI in two of his films, and that with Sora, I no longer have to travel to locations. If I wanted to be in the snow in Colorado, it's text. So I read this article, and yeah, that was a fucking crazy statement. So this article was very interesting because he does get real scummy and like says like, this is gonna cut a lot of jobs and whatnot. But then he also talks about like there has to be regulation from a government level, because this shit is gonna fuck up a lot of stuff. And like, I really don't, I'm trying to move on, so I don't really want to get into nitty gritty of this, which I wish I did have time to. But it's just like, bro, it's not gonna be regulated from like a government level until like something happens to like one of them, or something happens to one of their money maker type of deals, like the stuff with Taylor Swift. Like, there was a before the Taylor Swift stuff happened, there was a teenage girl who, very young teenage, like 13, 14, who committed suicide because AI images of her, like nude AI images of herself, were being spread around, and no, government type of intervention type shit, none of that. But then some nude like AI images of Taylor Swift comes in, like the whole fucking White House is involved. So it's not gonna change until something happens with you know someone they care about. And Tyler Perry was also going about in the article how he was saying, like, it is gonna cut like, companies, they're gonna try to do whatever they can to cut corners and to maximize their profit and spend as least amount they have and spend the fuck, I'm getting tongue twisted, spend the least amount on labor and stuff. And so, hold on, let me yeah, it's a really good article. Hold on, it's on the Hollywood Reporter. I would, if you're like interested in this type of stuff, I wish I could like get really full into the article, but I'm no cap trying to move on. But it's on the Hollywood Reporter. It's called Tyler Perry puts 800 million studio expansion on hold after seeing OpenAI Sora. Yeah, and it's by Katie Kinley. Yeah, so go check that out if you really care about that. Which I do. It's just I'm trying to move on, no cap. But yeah, so the gaming side of shit, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection has been announced for release on Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PS5. Hold on, I think it's coming to Xbox too. But yeah, if you haven't played, so this is the OG fucking Battlefront. I'm super, I would say surface level, but like not like so surface level. I just didn't personally have the game, but like a couple of my friends had it. So when I went over their house, like we were tapped in and shit. But like this is really big. A lot of people are excited about this. Myself, like, fucking my report. This is coming out March 14th, and my PS5 is still fucking broken. God damn. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff like coming with the game as well. If you don't know what Battlefront is, tap in, brother. Like, what are you doing? So this is some stuff. So play the classic Star Wars Battlefront games on modern consoles, online and offline, in this complete classic collection. This classic collection includes Star Wars Battlefront Classic, includes bonus map Jabba's Palace. Star Wars Battlefront 2 includes bonus maps Bespin, Cloud City, Rinvar Harbor, Rinvar Citadel, and Yavin 4 Arena, and includes bonus heroes Asajj Ventress and Kit Fisto. That's fucking fire, not gonna lie. Key features: traverse the galaxy in the campaign mode and Galactic Conquest. Galactic Conquest devises your strategy, recruit your troops, and execute your tactical vision for conquering the galaxy. Star Wars Battlefront campaign experience iconic battles from Star Wars episodes 1 through 5. Wait, what? 7? Wait, were we going up to? What is VI? Is that 6? I don't know. Battlefront 2. Yeah, I think that's 6. Battlefront 2 campaign joins the rise of Darth Vader's elite 501st Legion of Stormtroopers. Massive locations with up to 64 player online support. Yeah. So it just seems like they're adding a bunch of stuff, and that is great. Glad to see this. And there just needs to be better porting for older games. Like, I should be able to fucking pop in a PS2 game into my like PlayStation 5 and get busy, bro. Maybe that's too simple. Maybe it doesn't work like that. But there should be, like, I should be able to play fucking X-Men Origins on my goddamn PlayStation 5, bro. What is going on? I should be able to play fucking GTA 4. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, next piece of news. So we got some more news on the Spider-Man 2 New Game Plus update coming on March 7th. So yes, it's including New Game Plus. We get some new costume, Hellfire Gala suits, new symbiote suit styles, change color symbiote ability to change the time of day, game heads charity suits $4.99. So that's some suits are for charity, but some people are losing their shit over it. But in reality, I guess they're They're also becoming free later on, so you don't got to trip about that. And it's only fucking $5 anyway for some optional suits. Audio descriptions and screen reader. I think that's some quality of life things. And then also, this was a very, very important piece of news. I think that this was like an original announcement by like Insomniac, but then I think a developer came out and said this. The game will reflect your suit choices during your New Game Plus playthrough. So I think he was basically saying that, there's some points in the story where you're locked into some suits, some fucking dog shit suits at that. And I think even if you pick a different suit like beforehand, you have to see those suits in the cutscene. So I think you're going to be able to use whatever suit you picked. And so that would be very, very great. I do not want to see that fucking, this is a Miles Morales special. Get that bullshit out of here. And I'm really not a fan of the anti-venom suit. No cap. But then there is, so there's like some workout gear, like 90s, like fits for Miles Morales and Peter. And at first I was like, oh, those are fucking butt ugly. But those really had to grow on me. Once I got like that, because it was like just a lot of noise and a lot of going on. And I really didn't like catch the 90s vibe it was going for. But then when I saw like, a comment, I was like, oh, wait, okay, now I see it. And then like those suits like really grew on me. I'm not saying I fucking love them, but they're not as bad as I thought they were. But the symbiote suit style, so what does that mean though? Are we going to get like, because you can customize the suit. Huh. Oh, so maybe we're getting some more logo? No, there's already some. I don't know. So are we getting some suit styles for like the symbiote that's in game? That like, because you can get the classic black suit, but are we getting some styles for like the symbiote suit that's actually in the story? And then I think change color symbiote abilities. So I think will be able to, you don't have to have the so if you're rocking the black suit, post like the story's over and you're using and you have the classic black suit equipped like symbiote suit, but then you're using anti-venom abilities, and so they're white instead of like black, or maybe they'll take it a step further and you'll be able to have purple abilities like matching the classic purple black fit. So we'll see. So that's all good stuff. And then there's some new, like there's some, I guess someone caught this, I don't know how, but there was some new like footage of like Spider-Man standing in Peter Parker's house in his room, like in his Spider-Man costume, and not like as Peter Parker, like something during the story. So maybe there's some new scenes. Maybe we'll get some DLC potentially. I don't know. There wasn't really been news about that, but I hope they do something with the challenges though. That was not in the description. Hold on, but yeah, let's get through these last bits of news so we can get to the main topic. There is a Peacemaker trailer for Mortal Kombat 1. He releases March 6th. It was just super cool seeing, same with Omni-Man and stuff and Homelander. Wait, have we seen Homelander yet? No? Wait, have we? Homelander's not out, right? I don't think Homelander's out, low-key. I honestly don't remember seeing game. Bro, hold on. I gotta look that up. Because has there? I know but it's just really cool seeing yeah, let's see. Homelander release date. He's releasing in spring. Okay, he's not out. So yeah, I don't remember seeing gameplay on Homelander. But yeah, it's just cool seeing, these characters pop up in Mortal Kombat. It's cool seeing fucking the Ninja Turtles, Hellboy, and in Injustice 2. But yeah, all these guest characters, really fun. And then especially like James Gunn really made Peacemaker, like, I'm not saying he's iconic, but like he put him in one Suicide Squad movie, and this man's in fucking games. He's referencing like he's becoming a household name, which is funny. The James Gunn effect, I guess. So the Helldivers 2, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but the CEO said like don't buy Helldivers until they fix their servers. He was like, yeah, I want to maximize profits. I think I did mention this, but he's like, yeah, I want to maximize profits, but he's like, if you guys spent your last dollars on this game and you couldn't get into the servers, like that would suck. So he's like saying, basically he's being really transparent with the community, which a lot of people respect, and it really goes a long way with the word of mouth of your game. It really puts a positive light on it. But he also said though, he says overhiring devs would be a horrible response to the game's success. The act of overhiring to then do layoffs is a horrible practice and a bad experience for employees. And that's just kind of been the trend of, and it's really cool he said this because that's just been the trend of the gaming industry. Like there was just massive overhirings, and now everything. That's why there's so many layoffs and whatnot. They're trying to recalibrate is what they're saying, and that's what they're doing. They're recalibrating, but it's just like the way they went about it is just so shitty. And like there was reports of them expanding their staff, but they're probably not. They're probably really keeping a close detail on what needs to be there and like what that looks like going forward. Hopefully, it just seems like their transparency. They're like looking for these booby traps and like these pitfalls and whatnot. So hopefully they're like looking for, because they did say they're getting some more people to work on bring stuff like expansions and stuff and work on the servers and whatnot. So hopefully just being smart about it. And the gaming industry does of course, like, it's going to be growing pains that are self-inflicted, granted, but once it does reshape back into something more sustainable, like you get something more what's it called, consistent in the gaming space, because it sucks when people lose their job, like no matter where it is in the working class, I guess. But anyways, report, I think this was like from like a YouTube like mispost, like they didn't mean to post it or make it public yet, but Hi-Fi Rush comes to PS5 March 18th. PS5 still broken, but hey, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, I really hope it's like not just a port and they actually worked on implementing the adaptive triggers and whatnot. I don't even know the controls, so I don't even know if like the triggers really do anything like action wise. So I'm not even sure, but hopefully it is that. But the next little piece of news is Baldur's Gate 3 is getting official mod support later this year, including consoles. I just like to see stuff like this because it just mods really, like, for single player games especially, and I don't think this is an online game, but like for single player games, like mods really add to the longevity of your game. Like fucking role playing for RP, like GTA RP really added to the longevity of GTA 5. Of course, you got like constant updates online, but like it really kept it in the popular, like in the zeitgeist of like a lot of streamers were gravitating it towards that. And then you get like with Skyrim and stuff like that, it has mod support. And I think not like super recently, but they had eventually came to consoles. It's just cool when you get developers and like of companies and whatever to support the community and like embrace the fun mod culture and whatnot. But the last piece of gaming news before we get into our main topic is the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has fallen short of our expectations, says Warner Bros., and set them up for a tough year ahead of their gaming business. Yeah, so there's just, the numbers are just not looking great. Like the concurrent players, I think, hold on. This is priced at $70 game. Hold on, I think I'm on the article right now. There were some numbers somewhere. Okay, yeah, so Warner Bros. Discovery's comment perhaps doesn't come as a much surprise, given Suicide Squad's high-profile struggles. On Steam, the live service action game peaked with 13,000 concurrent players, a figure that has fallen dramatically since launch. At the time of this article's publication, just 480 people were playing the game on Valve's platform, with a 24-hour peak of 888, which is abysmal. That is terrible. So, honestly, like I said, bro, I regretted this purchase, bro. I just wish I would have bought Prince of Persia and Helldivers, bro. It's just like, again, and I think they even said it in the IGN article or something, and a lot of people were trashing it, and it did seem they were being, I might have mentioned this too, it did seem they were kind of being mean-spirited, but shit, what they said was spot on. They said it has good gameplay and good, like, the story's fun, but it's just trapped under this live service dog shit mission structure, like, type of shit, bro. It's like, I hate, when I get my PlayStation 5 back, I don't think I'm gonna finish the story because, bro, the mission structure is so fucking ass. It's the same thing every time. It's just excuses to experience the story, and it's like not fun excuses, Like, again, a prime example is Spider-Man 2. Give me fun excuses to play the fun combat. And I think for the most part, Spider-Man 2 does deliver that. But it's just like, the narrative wasn't there all the way for me. But from a gameplay perspective, like, give me fun reasons to fucking beat someone's ass, bro. That's all I'm asking. And it's just like when it came to Suicide Squad, the movement and traversal, the gunplay and shit was fun, but it's just like the reasons that I'm doing this are not fun. And so it just, I don't think I'm really gonna, maybe I will And it seemed like that's some fun DLC coming. Joker looked really fun. So it's like if Joker's gonna look like that, I really want to see what Deathstroke's gonna look like. But maybe we won't even get there. Like this is gonna be another Marvel's Avengers situation. But it's just like, bro, you make something that no one wants. Everyone has been wanting a fucking Justice League game or a fucking Superman game or a Flash game or a Green Lantern game, and you create this fun, lovable Justice League, and you just make us murder them. And again, I already said like I don't have a problem with murdering the Justice League, but it just says, but it's like out of all fucking narratives you could have told, out of all pathways you could have took this game, out of all characters you could have made this game about, why did you choose this route? And why did you choose it to put it in the Arkhamverse? Like, it just makes no goddamn sense. It's just every aspect of this game, and I was saying this in like my mini review, like every decision for this game is baffling, from the live service aspect, from going to very strong single player games, right? With the fucking, I literally still play Arkham Knight to this fucking day. Like, when did that game come out? 2015, almost 10 years ago or some shit. Like, and it's still fun as shit. So you come from these strong single player roots and you say fuck that basically, and then you go through this live service aspect that no one wanted, that literally previously failed with the superhero game the Avengers, and you still go that route, and it's this clear money grab type of shit. And it's just like, bro, you are making this shit complicated for no goddamn reason. It makes no sense whatsoever. Jesus, man, I'm in too deep. On to the next thing. Yeah, I guess that is the last thing. So we'll get to our main topic this week. Best and worst mutant powers. Like I said, I just been on a crazy X-Men binge. Not even crazy. Maybe I'll make it crazy and get some X-Men comics in a roto. But I just was been watching the 97 animated cartoon because, you know, gearing up. I didn't, like, I've seen, like, growing up, I've seen bits and pieces of it, you know, episodes out of context or whatever. But just not all the way through. And that's a lot of stuff, like a lot of these old shows, you know, Batman in the animated series, just haven't seen it all the way through, but seen, like, you know, key episodes and shit and like that. You know, but yeah, I've just been on a crazy X-Men binge, and I was like, I don't have anything to review. Next week's is going to be Dune. So let's just get into some mutant powers. What are the best and worst mutant powers? Let's start off with some absolute dreck type of mutant powers. So let's get into these worst mutant powers. Let's see. let's see. Glob Herman. So this man, he just looks like a gummy bear with a skeleton inside. So let's see him. While some heroes can become invisible, this mutant powers are limited to translucent skin. His bones, muscles, and organs are still visible, though, so his foes know where to aim. So I would hate to have this power, bro. Your skin is clear. Like, he doesn't have any hair or anything. I'm gonna look him up though. Like, is there anything else on him? Like, how did he become like who is he? What the fuck? Robert Herman, Earth 6166. This young mutant called Glob Herman has skin, that is completely transparent, made up of bioparaffin or living wax. He reminds me of B-Max, or what is that? Is that his name for Big Hero 6? Leaving his skeleton exposed. Though he lives among other mutants, Glob Herman easily stands out. He now runs with the New Mutants. Okay, so origins. Glob Herman grew up with his father, who hated mutants, and mother. All right, I don't care about this, man. We're just talking about powers. Sorry, so that was a shit one. Like, if I had that, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be here anymore. Anyways, but does he have like extra like durability or something? Actually, let me go back to that. Let's see. Super strength, super durability. Glob unique body makes him far more resistant to damage than any other common human. He has he was physically unharmed when a bomb designed to blow up the Xavier Institute blew up on him. All right, so he's very durable. Wax physiology. Glob Herman's body is made up of bio. This wax is highly flammable, allowing him to light himself on fire. He can also fling bits of himself. Yeah, bro. If I had this, actually, I mean, hearing the advantages of the power, I mean, it's not all the way bad, but like, I don't think I would want that, my boy. let's just okay. That was a weird one, but since I was watching the X-Men cartoon, let's just go through the animated X-Men powers and just see what would be fun to have and what not would not be fun to have. See, members. So we have Beast. Oh yeah, let's start with Beast. Being turned into a blue monkey man. Huh. I mean, visually that would suck, but like he's fast as shit, he's agile as shit. Okay. That you can say that, but then what's the practicality of that? Like, are you gonna be able to take advantage of that? Like, you would have to be like a gymnast or some shit, but then you'll have like special like they can be like, yeah, we can't accept you into this. You're a mutant, buddy. You have an advantage that other people don't have. Like, your only option is to be like a circus act, low key. Like, you can't do anything like that will get you rich. Like, you're gonna get like try to get a show made up of you. But I just feel like you'd just be putting yourself into this circus box, you know? Like, will you get his intellect? I don't. Is that something that comes from Beast mutation, or is he already smart as hell? I don't know, but it would suck to be Beast, I guess. Cyclops, bro. I was kind of thinking about this one. So Cyclops, I guess it'd be cool to have fucking laser blast, and then you get to walk around with the ruby quartz shades on all day. But I was thinking though, how does this man sleep? Does this man like when you know when you're asleep though, and like you're like rolling around and like you kind of like half awake and you like open your eyes, but like I don't know if you like ever been sleeping like next to someone, but like you can open your eyes and shit and like look at them and maybe even like say a couple words and then just go back to sleep and then you don't even remember what you said. So it's like if that happens to like fucking Cyclops, he just like rolls over, like opens his eyes, go back to sleep, bro. He's gonna like put a fucking hole in his roof. Like he's gonna disintegrate his goddamn spouse. Like how does this man sleep? Does he like sleep with like ruby rose like quartz goggles strapped to his head? Because the shades aren't gonna fucking do anything. He's gonna roll over and they're gonna fall off. Does he have to sleep with his goddamn X-Men visor on his face? That big ass shit, like Jesus, like that could you roll over and hit your partner with that? Like that's gonna think you're on some domestic abuse shit. Like, bro, I'm like spiraling. Like again, practically, it would not be fun to have Cyclops' powers. Like you can't even you fucking play peekaboo with your niece or something. You cook her like Jesus. Um, yeah, I guess yeah, it would suck to have Cyclops powers. Damn, Gambit. So this would be interesting. So like he has like kinetic energy powers. I was gonna look this up, but I honestly don't even feel like going down that rabbit hole. Anyways, next X-Men, Jubilee, fucking firecracker hands. I mean, this wouldn't be like this isn't this would be like a kind of a nothing ability. I'm watching the 90s show, 97 show, and like her abilities will be harmless 1 second. This is all of them. They'll be harmless 1 second and barely do damage on a sentinel, and then out of nowhere, bro, they'll use the same ability and the fucking sentinels will fall a piece like fucking Legos. But she basically has firework. Nah, that's like not her power. It's like energy, some shit, but it looks like fireworks. Whatever. Fuck Jubilee. She's probably cool. Jean Grey. Yeah, I would have her powers. She's basically, but is this like does Jean Grey always come with like the Phoenix Force in her? Like, am I gonna be possessed by a fire space bird or something? Um, but I mean, fucking telekinesis and telepathy. Like, come on, sign me up, brother. That's like she's basically Professor X on steroids. Is she a stronger telepath than Professor X? I'm pretty sure she is. So it's like, what do we need you for, buddy? Professor X. If I Professor X's power, am I ridden to a wheelchair? Because I would definitely change my answer. Um, no, because that's the wheelchair is like an injury from other things, right? That's not because his mutant abilities, right? Maybe in some cases, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be cool. Oh yeah, it'd be actually really cool to be have Professor X's I can't even say the word no more. Telepathy, whatever. It'd be cool to read minds, you know. He like does some cool shit. We can like make everyone freeze and stuff, like he does it in first class. And in what does he do in first class? Yeah, he does. I think because it makes like Eben, what is it called, like Shaw freeze or something. Yeah, that would be cool. And he like can do other cool stuff, like when they were like infiltrating the other thing, like someone looked in the back of a truck and he made it seem like there was no one in the truck, and you could do stuff like that. Yeah, so practically you could really get up to some. Geez, would it just be all bad stuff? Like, what would you use mind reading for good? Um, Like, obviously, I mean, you could read your partner's mind and like surprise her with some shit. I don't know, but like, good though. I guess like, could you like, for criminals, could you like rework their brain chemistry or some shit and not make them be bad people? I mean, if you're a criminal, that doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person, but anyways, but like, you know what I mean? Like, people who like real like have real problems type shit, and I don't even, could you use that for like mental? Can you use like telepathy to? I hope I said that right. But could you use that to like fix like depression or some shit? Damn, might be some. Yeah, what the fuck was he doing? Like, use fucking Cerebro, so fucking Cerebro to mass cure depression, bro. Like, what are you doing? Fucking idiot. Anyways, Rogue. See, like stealing people's powers and shit. That would be fun. But no one has powers in real life, so you just be stealing their life force. Yeah, Rogue's powers wouldn't be. That would suck. Like, you can't even touch anyone or anything. How many more members we got? We got a lot of fucking members. God damn. All right, well, we'll keep going. We'll keep going because there's some good and bad mix into this. I'll probably make a part 2 of this. Hold on. Let's find some real Drek. Let's find a real Drek guy. Ugly John. How do we put this delicately? Ugly John's power is that he has 3 faces, all of which are ugly. It's literally the only power he has working in his favor. All right, bro. Well, yeah. If I had this power, are they like different? Like, are they different people or are they like the same? That would suck. GT's cooked. Long neck. Go ahead and guess what long neck's mutant power is. If you guess anything other than having a long neck, you're clearly not paying attention. I gotta look Buddy up. Who is he? Long neck mutant. Let's see. William Hanover. Yeah. Not much on Buddy. He says Jesus, his page is short as hell. Wow. It says he helps Cyclops with the rampage or some shit. I don't know. Long neck. Oh, my computer's frozen now. Fucking long neck. You froze my computer, bastard. Bro, I searched some long neck and now my computer's tweaking. Oh, Jesus. All right. Anyways, let's get back to it. Storm. Yeah, there's no downsides to having Storm powers. Storm's powers, I mean, she's like damn near Omega level mutant. The crazy shit I've seen her do, is she like opened like a black hole in fucking space or a wormhole, which was fucking badass. Yeah, I mean, controlling the weather. Like, go to Africa or something. Like, go to somewhere with some crops and get some water on their crops or something. I don't know. Would that like fuck up the feng shui of the world? Like, not only from like a environmental perspective, but from like a economic perspective. Like, if you go and give these countries like shit to survive and shit, would that like fuck up the economic balance of that area? I don't know. But yeah, there's really no downside to. What if I got some like oh damn, I just put on a fresh fit, it starts raining, bro. It starts raining. Clear that up. Sunny skies, fresh fit, secure. But nah. And it's like, what if it's like Christmas time, bro? You're trying to just make it snow on Christmas Day, bro. Get some light snow coming in, really set the vibes. Like, you could really, really set the vibes. What if you're like trying to get your shorty back and you're really, really on some Usher shit and like, you know, you need some rain to start dancing in and you just make it start thundering and raining and lightning. You're like, like what's ripping your shirt off? All this shit's like, bro, there's just so much endless possibilities to do with Storm's powers. Like, you could really create some really fire situations. Wolverine. So I'm assuming though, if you get Wolverine's powers, you'll be getting the bone claws and not the adamantium, because that's like an addition later. So if we're just going, and I would honestly like, from a practical perspective, like honestly, like even overall too, because like yeah, adamantium's cool, unbreakable skeleton, you can cut through anything, cool. But you're also poisoning your body, brother. That is giving you constant metal poisoning, and then along with Logan's strong healing factor, his healing factor for the most part is combating his the metal poisoning in his body. So his healing factor is not even all the way 100% with the metal in his body. So when he has the metal out of his body, his healing factor is significantly faster. So, and then also though, are we going off of like, what if like Wolverine used to like, so let's say Wolverine got shot a bunch of times, right? like back then it would take like a day or a couple days to recover from that. He would still heal all the shits, but he would take a couple days to recover from that. Like now it's like, I'm not saying like it's super super crazy, but he gets riddled for bullets with bullets, like they're popping out and he's getting busy. Like, so are we going with like that? Are we going with like a slow healing process? Or regardless of the case though, um I think Wolverine's powers, it would be fun, but it would be a curse though. Doesn't it take like, can he not get drunk, or does it take a lot to get drunk? I don't even think he could get drunk, so that would suck. I mean, I'm not like a fucking crazy drinker, but like, geez, can't even smoke or do nothing no more. But you just honestly, actually, I take that back. Wolverine's powers would be ass. Like, you get fucking bone claws and you can heal. Cool, the healing's cool, but it's like you also like you're damn near immortal at that point. Because one, you don't, like I said, you don't have the metal poisoning your body, so you're gonna live a lot longer than your adamantium counterpart. So it's just like, Jesus Christ, I gotta watch all my loved ones die. Damn. And then you can't really even make any solid connections, and you're all like slowly aging and some shit. You got to explain that. Like, I mean, I would just keep it a buck 50. I was just like, bro, I'm a mutant. Like, like you can go tell, but you're not taking me alive. So yeah, honestly, overall, that would suck balls. Forge, I think this is like a Forge's powers. Let's see, Forge. I'm pretty sure it's like over electronics or energy something. No, that's Bishop. Forge, yeah, I think it's electronics. Or like, Forge is immune with a superhuman and intuitive talent for inventing mechanical devices, backed up by the ability to visually perceive mechanical energy in action. So how does that work? Like, my power is in my mind, deep inside. That is where. Okay, whatever. That's, I don't care about your quotes, buddy. Um, he's a Chenian Indian, or is that, or Native American? I mean, it said that on the shit, bro. Don't come at me. No. Let's see. All right, I guess he's just super handy mechanically. He just has a special connection with machines. When I want that power, I mean, that'd be cool. You could be like a fucking, you could be like a crazy like tech guy or something. Like, always know like what the fucking, just put your hand on a laptop and just diagnose it like that. Or with the let even that like transcends tech. Like, you could do that with cars, you could do that with fucking airplanes. Like, you could really make that a practical living. You can like create some crazy shit that can really help the world, like a fucking, you know be on the cusp of some self-sufficient energy or some shit from something you created. You can really get jiggy with that on some practicality shit. I would fuck with Forge's power. Like, I think out of everything, I feel like out of everything so far, I would want Forge's power besides like Jean Grey's or like Professor X's. Havoc. I think he's Cyclops' brother, older brother, younger brother. I don't know. But he's basically got Cyclops' power, but for his whole body, or maybe it's just his blast. And again, like practically, what am I gonna do with fucking some energy blast, brother? Yeah, fuck Havoc. Multi-Man, Madrox, also known as Multi-Man, Multiple Man. So, hold on, so Multi-Man, he can like split himself up, but is it on some Naruto shit where you can send a clone to go learn some shit, and then when they come back, it's absorbed back into you? Are you gonna get their knowledge? Let's look that up, because that would be some handy dandy stuff right there. Multi-Man. All right, let's see. Jamie Madrox. He was in X-Men Last Stand, but they really didn't do anything with him. He has just like normal strength and stuff like that. I think, okay, I'm not really seeing anything, but I'm pretty sure like he can send. I might have heard like some like clone shit or like a storyline where he sent like his clones to do some shit, and then like he came back and got their knowledge and stuff. So that would be cool. Send one clone out to go, be this fucking, go get some self-defense training, become an ultimate fighter. Send one out to be a scholar. Send another out to fucking start a business or some shit, or get the scholar information. Then send another out to get some business or something, or start a business and whatnot. And just, bro, have a team of yous just getting busy, bro, while you're just damn. You gotta keep yourself up. You can't be slouching yourself and have your clones like, cause then they'll be like, what the fuck? What I want to go back into you? You're just a fucking grub. But like I built my own life. But damn, would that turn into some shit like that? Does this clones be like vying for like fighting for I'm the real one or I'm the more important one or some shit? That would suck. Jesus, now you got a civil war of yourself. Hmm. Yeah, that might get into a sticky sitch. Polaris. I think this is a telepath. Quicksilver. The next guy, his name's Strong Guy. Wait, I think he's a card in Marvel Snap. Um, but yeah, so Quicksilver. See, some super speed. You can't. Well, where you go wrong with super speed? Obviously, if you have his powers, you gotta come get the durability. Because if you just have super speed without durability, you're literally just gonna burn your skin off. At going at those top speeds and whatnot, and then like, even like a bug splattering on you would have so much force because you're going so fast. Um, yeah. So Quicksilver can't really go wrong with that. Strong guy. He looks like a strong guy. Cool. Wolfsbane, Guardian, Night Shifter, Puck. Let's get a real fucking weirdo, man. Blob. So Blob's what? Like you just what are Blob's powers? All right, yeah, I don't care. Magneto having that would be so cool, but you just have to be very careful. With Magneto's powers. You would just like anything you would have to test it, bro. What if you fucking sit a goddamn fridge your way and you smash yourself to death or something? There's this storyline called Marvel Ruins where it just was like this very bleak take on the Marvel universe for no reason. Basically, like Marvel, it tried to say like Marvel heroes in real life, they were just all terrible. Anyways, like Magneto accidentally he was like at an airport and he was trying to get through like security or something and they smashed the device that was keeping his powers in check and he like basically brought all the airplanes to him and fucking exploded. But yeah, you just have to be very careful with that. But then you could run some practical shit, bro. You could really be like a gold hunter, gold finder, like a fucking uh you know lost and found guy. Like you could be a human metal detector. Even beyond that, can't you like even like our environment, like the magnetic like pole, I don't know what I'm saying, bro, but you can really get into it, bro. You could really like change the world itself for the better or for the worse. Let's see. Sabretooth, basically Wolverine, but smellier. I would say on par as Smelly. He's just a feral beast. Like, that would suck, though. Like, just these talons of, like, claws. Like, Mystique, though. That would be a firepower. Would you, so, if you change this someone, like, to be your default, like, person, would you have to, like, kill them and, like, take their identity? Or you just, like, be walking around as, like, this copy of a person? Like, would you have to steal this copy from a different state and then like live in another state? I don't know. But yeah, this would just again, what would this be used for good? Like this power. Like I could I don't think of bad shit like infiltrating shit, like stealing shit, stealing someone's identity. That's all I'm thinking. Like, what are the net positive benefits of being a shapeshifter? I mean, the only thing I could think of, like, transforming to someone's, like, deceased loved one, and, like, that's kind of fucked, but, like, I'm saying, like, a person that's on their deathbed, and, like, I don't know, giving them some closure or some shit. That's all I could think of. Um, let's see, Amphibious. Yeah, that is a frogman. That would suck. Let's see. One that I haven't seen yet, or maybe I just skipped over, was Nightcrawler. Did I skip over him? Nah, just haven't seen him. But yeah, Nightcrawler though. Would you take? Oh, wait. Actually, I want to get into this power. Kitty Pryde's power. She can like phase through walls and stuff. And so if she like, let's say she puts her hand in a wall, right? Just her hand. If she unphases, like, is her hand stuck in the wall, or like does it destroy the space around like the hand and like now the wall is destroyed and there's like a hand-sized hole, or is her hand gonna explode because it's trapped in a wall and the masses like came back? Like, how does her powers work? Is it that case? Because I would be kind of scared to have that power. Because, like, what if, like, you're phasing through something, right? And, like, you think your body's, like, all the way through, and, like, let's say, like your fucking elbows, like, still in the wall, and, like, you unphase, and, like, that shit just explodes your elbow off. Like, that would be kind of scary, man. I don't like my elbows. But, yeah, like, that would suck. And same with, like, Nightcrawler's powers, though. But, like, would you want to be blue to be able to teleport? And again, like, if you teleport in a wall, does your whole body, like, did you, like, let's say half my body teleports into the wall and the other half is out? Like, is that other half of my body just explode and get sliced off? Or, like, is that just stuck in the wall until I teleport again? Or, like, what's the case there? And what's the grounds of teleporting shit with you? Like, if I'm sitting down when I teleport, where I'm gonna teleport the chair with me, or will I teleport out the chair? Or do I have to hold the chair and then it'll teleport with me? Or is it just like a conscious thing? Like, I don't know, brother. There's a lot of, like, these small questions that would make these powers ass, like, um let's see, what would be a fun one to talk about. This guy's name is Chode. It's CH apostrophe OD. His name is Chode. Like, honestly, right there, kind of just want to end it. Like, that kind of threw me for a loop, and we're already almost at 2 hours. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right there. I'm gonna put a pin in this. We might come back to this. There's some truly Drek powers. I keep saying Drek, and that's from some fucking Australian fucking lingo. Like Toad, I would hate to be. Yeah, this guy's name is Ape. Like, I would hate to be Toad. Who's this? Callisto? Yeah, I would hate to be Toad. Like, I would suck being a frog man, frog face. But it's like, does he look like? Is he frog in the face, or is he just like a normal man with like a crazy tongue and crazy spit? God's crazy having crazy tongue. Pondering. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna put a pin in that there. But yeah. So next week, like I said, is the main topic is gonna be Dune, raise the roof, Dune. So that's gonna be the topic for next week. But let's moving on to the weekly watch list. So like I said, I read the Jurassic League. It wasn't like I liked it. It was like kind of some dumb fun. Again, it just kind of felt like they were using characters just to use them, which is, again, it's fucking dinosaurs as a Jurassic League. I don't like think about it like too hard that much, but it'd have been cool if there was like some narrative, not like some like it like played with the DC lore more of in a more of like a way that like involved like the DC universe. It wasn't just like throwing shit on the pages. That's what I mean. So. But yeah, it was fine. I really liked the art in it. Actually, let me find the artist right now because it was by Daniel Warren Johnson, and I've come to really like his work. But I need to finish his Beta Ray Bill run. And I've also seen he did some cool Transformer stuff, so I might get into that. Yeah, because I've been looking at some Transformer, not even looking, but some Transformer stuff and some Power Ranger stuff has been on my radar. But let's see the artist for this. Illustrator Juan Gideon. So, and what I noticed about Juan Gideon's style, it kind of reminds me of Daniel Warren style, which is, I mean that's great. I love Daniel Warren's art, but you can see the differences in it. It's like a bit more polished and whatnot. And I explained this before. Like, Daniel Warren Johnson has this art, just has this unpolished look to it, but it's still very polished. But you got to see it to know what I mean. And then I checked out the new Yeet album a little bit, and like I said, I had to like come around on Yeet and really like click with this sound. But yeah, it's just overall it's not for me. Like, I got a couple songs. Like, let me go to my Spotify. Like, I grabbed a couple songs and put on my playlist, but honestly I didn't even finish it. I want to go back, but it's just like you kind of just know something's not for you when like I got actually I'm looking at my playlist because I got Team CEO, Tell Me, and Nothing Changed. And there's 22 songs on there, and I think I stopped at Stand On It with Future, or maybe it was Familia. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. It's not for me. But yeah, but he's one of those artists for me. Like, he can create a fucking banger. So hopefully, maybe I'll go through it and try to see if there's any of something like that. But Sorry. The last thing I checked out though, which I'm really excited I give this a chance, is the Vince Staples show. If you haven't seen the Vince Staples show, and I wish I could do a review on it, but I wish I would have got around to this. This will be a mini review since we got a kind of a bit of time. I wish I would have got around this when it came out, but I just didn't think it was gonna be, you know, something I was really gonna be interested in. But it just has a very distinct style and a very distinct artistic vision. And I guess he like Vince Staples, he's a rapper if you don't know. But I guess like he said, like more people just cared about his creative work than his music, so he's like started to focus on that. And like with this show, he talked to like Donald Glover, he talked to Quintessa, Abbott, and he talked to Kenya Barnes, Blackish and whatnot. He talked to someone else too. But he was just really, it seemed like he was really taking it serious. And this show's like genuinely good. It has good visuals. I like the comedy in it. It's really funny. Like I said, it has a strong like creative vision and artistic style. It was really just a surprise. Like it's, it's I don't want to like compare it to Atlanta, but it just not even comparing it to Atlanta. It just has weird off the wall shit. Honestly, like there's really no way around it. And he did talk to like Donald Glover. I don't know if he know what part of hand he had in or whatever, but it doesn't. It's its own thing from Atlanta. I'll say that. But it just has this like surreal vibe to it. Is that the right word? But I don't know. It does this thing though when like there'll be like at the beginning of the episode, like it'll announce like some crazy shit on like some shooting and da da da, like a fatal shooting, da da da. But then like it'll be in the background, be on some like intercom, and like no one will pay like bat any eye to it. And I feel like that was like kind of like a commentary of just like consuming like constant like tragic news, especially in the black community, and just like going forward and not really acknowledging it, like niggas die every day type shit. Like so that was interesting. I found. But it's a really good show, and I'm glad I gave it a chance and experienced it, and I definitely do recommend it 100%, especially if you're into like Atlanta and shit like that. But yeah, that's really all I watched. Like I said, I rewatched Dune. That's pretty good. I fuck with Dune. Dune. Just getting it ready for the second one. But yeah, that's pretty much it on the weekly watch list. But now. Fuck, I gotta stretch. My bad. Ugh, fuck. But now we're moving on to the Pondering My Orb section. In this section, I'll reflect on stuff I gotta do for the week to get better and whatnot. And hopefully, in my reflection, that helps you focus on what you gotta do and whatnot. And maybe you'll get some gems from what I'm talking about. But honestly, I really didn't have anything for this section. It's just wrong. Just gotta again. And one thing I actually did want to mention for this section, you're gonna 100% hear me repeat points and repeat lessons and stuff because, bro, in life, you sometimes just don't. It doesn't click right away, bro. Life is through stages, and so it's like it's all right, bro, if you don't get it like the first time or whatnot or whatever the case. But it's just staying to it, locking in, bro, and and really just being on your shit, bro. And it seems like sometimes like shit's be piling up, bro, and like piling and piling, but you just gotta lock in and you just gotta knock each shit one by one. Each take one step at a time, get through your day, and just really work towards and really chip away. It's that compound interest, I think, is that snowball effect. Just really work a little bit each day, really like lock in though, and not just like half-ass it lock in, but like lock in type shit. And I'm trying to turn my hustle up, so it just goes into that, bro. Just gotta get to it, man. But yeah, I think that's really it on Pondering My Orb. I will get better at this section because I really haven't had anything for like the last like 2 weeks, but I'll really start thinking about stuff I really want to work on and whatnot. But follow me on my socials at DS2Smooth on everything: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. That's where on Twitter is where I'm most active. Yeah, so come fuck with your boy over there. Follow or subscribe to my main YouTube channel at DS2Smooth. Again, that's one of the things I just gotta turn my hustle up with, bro, and just really get to it. But yeah, follow my channel at DS2Smooth. Working on a video right now. Got a couple things in the pipeline Follow my new. Actually, I'm not gonna shout out my second channel because I'm to put a break on that till I get my camera. But yeah, like and subscribe this this podcast on YouTube or whatever. Jesus, something in my throat, boss. Yeah, like and subscribe on YouTube, rate it on Spotify, wherever you listen to this to. But yeah, that will be it for this week, and Dune 2 next week. So Dune 2 Electric Boogaloo. Let's get it.